All right, guys, it's sump pump day. Not an expert by any stretch here, just to let you know. Just a homeowner who likes to do stuff himself and usually sometimes goofs things up, but hopefully learns something in the process. Got a 1/2 horsepower Zoeller down here that's died. It's about 5 years old. Sooner than I thought it would, but it is what it is. Got a Liberty pump we're going to replace it with. It's a model 287, 1/2 horsepower also. So to begin with, just got to get the old lid off the top here and we'll go from there. Hey, just a quick note, guys. We've got our discharge lines from our AC and our dehumidifier over here. You can see there's already crap built up in there that needs to be washed out. So a little bit of bleach and hot water will take care of that. Side note. So these tops are a little bit of a pain in the butt sometimes, I found. I don't know if you really need them. If you have little kids, probably smart to keep someone from falling in. But we'll start by taking off the bottom here. If you do the top, you're going to have water all over the place. So just start down here first. Loosen this up. Just enough to get it off the pipe. As you can see, since the pipe's going through this lid here, there's no easy way to drain all this water into the pit without using a bucket or something. So I'm just going to use the old orange bucket from Home Depot here. Get this ready. All right, and just use your trusty screwdriver here and push up and release the valve so it can drain. Oh, that's interesting. There's no water. Guess what? There is no water to drain. This pump's been off long enough that it's, I guess, either the check valve has been leaking back into the pump, which could be part of the problem, but there's no water stored in the top of the pipe here. So what I'm going to do is just tighten this down for a second. I'll go ahead and take the top one off, which normally I wouldn't do that, but in this case, just in case there's water there, and keep it over top of this handy bucket. Nope. Look at that. Nothing. Obviously this check valve, it looks okay, but it may have had an issue where it wasn't closing all the way, so water was leaking back down, because it's a little bit intriguing to me that there's not any water coming out. But we're going to replace this anyway. So, alrighty, so now we're going to lift this lid off here and get it out of the way so we can work a little easier. Might start by getting the... Hey, by the way, I should have mentioned this before. Always make sure you unplug. Sorry, late notice. Alright guys, so now I'm just going to lift the old pump out of here, get the Zoeller out. It's not working anymore. Alright, so we got a Liberty pump here. I had to pick up a male threaded 1.5 inch connector, so I'm going to go ahead and screw that in to the pump itself. And we just need to hand tighten that, really, don't over tighten it. I'm going to go ahead and chop this in half where we need to. I'll go ahead and brush off some of the burrs on this, even though we're going to probably cut it again. Obviously we have to, because I didn't do a very straight cut, so yeah, we'll cut it again. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and get some primer and glue on the PVC here. This is always fun. These tops like to get stuck. So, start out with a little primer around the edges. A little bit of glue. Don't overdo it. Get a little sloppy. It's okay to be sloppy sometimes, I suppose. Depends on what you're doing, right? All right. Get that in there so it can set. Nice. You want to make sure when you put this pump in that your float is not going to bump up against anything. In this case, the wall or a brick or whatever's in there. So I'm going to keep it pointing towards the middle. Kind of works out well here because the pipe is on the outside. Lower you down into the water. And of course you got to make sure she's sitting pretty, and right now she's not, so we're going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering down there, I think. I may have to add something to keep it a little more level, because right now it's not real level. I guess I'd take a second to show you. Oh, whoever put these bricks down here, I have no idea who that would have been. They're not the same height, so the pump's not sitting right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull out some of these stones, change them out with things that are more even, because we got bricks and then we got other stones in there. That's some nice party water, I tell you what. Take that brick, put it up there. Ooh yeah, got a little dead wolf spider on me. Yummy, like breakfast in the morning. So I got a few extra bricks here. I'm gonna put down in there and level this out some. Yummy to my tummy. Yes sir, yes sir. That looks better. I'll keep those for something else. If I ever gotta kill a horse or something. All right, I'm gonna try this piece of tile, extra tile from the floor upstairs. As long as it doesn't float, that'll level it out for me. I'm just gonna drill a quick hole here to prevent airlock, right about an inch above the connection point here. So here-ish. All right, here we go. Back into the pool, kids. Get her lined up with the whole pipe up top here. All right, guys. You can see the pipe is obviously too long right now, so we're gonna. That's a good problem, right? Gonna get this check valve put on here, and then we're gonna cut this where we need to. So, all right, let's get her on there nice and snug. Probably a little bit tight on that ring. Loosen you up. All right, we're gonna tighten this down. It's looking pretty good. All right. Now we gotta reach in here and cut the pipe at the right place. So I'm gonna mark it real quick. So right about here. I'll try to cut her a little straighter this time if I can. Whoa! All right, let's get those burrs off of there. Not too bad of a cut. Be helpful to have another person here, wouldn't it? But that's okay. All right, guys, I was tempted to not put this thing back on here, this lid, but we got kids, so I thought maybe it's probably wise. Wise man said. So we're gonna slip this puppy down. I think that's the hole it was in. We actually need to spin her around one more hole, like this. Can't decide. Leave it off, put it on, leave it off, put it on. I don't know, man. So we'll get you back on there. All right, make sure it's all the way on there. Nice and snug, and then we'll tighten her down. Check valve's going the right way. That's important. Don't work backwards. Oop. That'd be kind of stupid. Alrighty, make sure these are tight enough. Yeah. So, put my little discharge pipes back on here. I think I got a little bit of slime in there. Hungry? Looks pretty yummy. I don't glue these because they're not under any pressure, and I think they're fine just like they are. Plus they're easier to clean out when you don't, ugh. Good gravy in a basket. Looks like somebody blew their nose in there. Whoo, mama. That's pretty rough. Probably gonna clean these out by themselves first, actually. Let's get this pump plugged in and see how she works. Wrap the cord around the pipe a couple times, keep it up off the ground, you know. Dress it just a little bit. Okay, friends, I'm gonna plug her in and see if she works.